morning, guys. Believe me, this is not Good Morning America. And I'm not Charlie Gibson, but I had a lot of room left in this tape, so I figured I'd just here shoot the breeze with you a while. It's kind of quiet. This is not the set of Good Morning America, like I said. Gay and Aaron are up at our mother's house up in New Jersey. So I figured since I'm sending you the tape, I might as well put something on it. So here I am. Just thought I kind of may walk through some of the stuff that's been going on around here. It's a little bit too small there. I'm gonna move back and see if I can keep from spilling this coffee on the sofa. My wife would love that, wouldn't she? Let's try over here. This is for Shirley. This is a picture of my buddy right here. It's really nice. Got a picture of Shane in his Christmas outfit, sitting underneath the tree with his, whatever that is, I don't know, reindeer or something. That's kind of strange. It's a great picture we got right here. So, there you go. I got the other one of these from my office. And that plastic thing that you guys got one for your anniversary this past summer. But anyhow, was it 2 summers ago? Geez, I don't remember right now. Kay's up at her mother's house, and she called me last night. And they just gone out to get some Chinese. So they were sitting there munching on that. And Jason and I are playing father-son act for the weekend. Not so bad. We went out and rented a couple of movies that, of course, Mom would watch, some like Universal Soldier, that's all kinds of blood and guts, and I think the one was White Men Can't Jump, so we got a lot of basketball in there. Jason got a kick out of that. But we kind of walked through some of the stuff we've been doing. It's kind of crazy around here. I mean, it's 8:30 in the morning, so it really is early. Jason's still asleep, and I figured, well, I had the peace and quiet how to do this. And really, what we ought to do is do it more often, because if I know Dawn's got the camera, all you guys should get together, especially on holidays, do some filming and throw the darn things into the mail. So I'm gonna try to mail this thing, or have a mail probably first thing tomorrow morning, which is Monday, Super Bowl Sunday right now. Have her mail the thing tomorrow. You should probably have this by the end of the week. You're gonna see all kinds of things on this film clip here. Starts out with Christmas, I think. You get Christmas on there. We've got Gay's mother on here for Christmas on this tape. We got some Jason's basketball game on this tape. I'll talk to you about that later. We have Aaron doing any riding is on this. We've got Fridays. This past Friday we had the father-daughter dance. We've got that on film as well. We have a lot of snapshots. So we'll get those together and show those to you as we get together. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, Gay's up at her mother's house. Mother's doing okay, I guess. So she's kind of happy that she's back in her room, in her own place. Nancy's been kind of bringing her back over to her house on weekends and trying to keep an eye on her. During the week, she stays at the apartment and has a lady there who sleeps overnight to make sure that she's okay. Evidently she's fallen a couple of times because what we're concerned about is that she'll fall in the middle of the night when she's going to get up to the bathroom or something. And the next thing you know, she lays there all night. And what Gay tells me is that nobody in the complex is permitted to go in there and pick her up. They have to call the police, believe it or not, to come in absolutely and pick her up and put her back in bed. So it's kind of a tough situation to say the least. When they get up there from Japan, where the Bobby's, whatever he is, 2,000 miles away down in Florida, so it's pretty rough to be done a little bit. Health-wise, I think she's doing okay. She's having some problems with retaining water. I think some of the cancerous tissue and cancerous parts of her body are causing her to retain water. It's not letting her systems work properly. So she's going through a pretty rough time right now. She went there yesterday. She near left yesterday morning. It was about 9 o'clock. It took about 4 hours to get up there. But anyhow, like I said, they went to have some Chinese, and I'm sure she'll throw in a wheelchair and They went over to Nancy's house. Nancy moved to the new house. I don't know if you remember that. They sold their house. They go a long time selling. They were a year and a half to sell their old house. They finally moved into the new one. He said it's real cute. I think they had done it before, but she had to get inside, so this was pretty much she's able to get inside. Let's see what else is going on here. Katie's getting ready to start back at the gym. She tells me she's lost about 8 or 9 pounds at this point. She's really been watching her fat intake. Of course, we all do around here. I don't see the, unfortunately, I don't see the gravy and all that good stuff that used to feed us. I remember the golden Guernsey milk that gosh, today would probably be off the chart if we actually checked the fat content of that stuff. Of course, I was so skinny, it's no wonder that I eat that stuff. Jason's Jason's built tall like me, but he's not as skinny as I was. He's got some meat in his arm. He's playing his basketball now, and he gets in there and plays pretty well. Stands up, and he got some pretty big hits, but he's he ever wakes up like that, he'll do it before the end of this tape. It's only about it's going on quarter to 9 in the morning right now. Hope you can see this film okay. Of course, I'm sitting in the living room couch, and a lot of times the light from the windows there will fog over the lens. So I'm kind of anxious to see how this comes out. I've got to preview it, I guess, before I send it off to you. Hopefully it comes out. So Gabe's been kind of keeping busy. She still does a few things at school. Erin was sick all last week. She had some kind of blood growth going on. Let me tell you about the father-daughter dance. We every year the Girl Scouts sponsor a dance. Just fathers and daughters. Everybody brings some type of finger food or whatever. Have it at the local. This year was the middle school, which was brand new, so it was real nice. It was a pretty large room. They get a DJ, and evidently they get a lot of the local businesses to contribute, like door prizes and stuff. And maybe a small pair of earrings, or a couple riding lessons, or a couple free games at the local bowling alley. So that's good. Also, like free movies at Blockbuster Video. So they give you a little ticket, of course, with a number on it at the end of the door. Intermittently through the dance, they pull tickets. The DVD does it. Of course, he's a pretty good personality. Steps up a little bit, so it's all fun. But we got there around, I guess it was 7 to 9. But go see the film. You've already seen the film at this point. She came down the steps. I got pictures of her being put on for massage, but it's the whole 9 yards. And I don't know how close you got their hair, but Kay took the hairdresser's like me out there. First, they go through the whole 9 yards. She gets the hair washed. All the ladies kind of get around her because she's kind of a mom, I guess. 12-year-old, not 12-year-old, 10-year-old girl, 11 years now, sitting there, getting her hair done, getting the whole beauty treatment. But she really gets charged out of that, and she goes to this fancy place over in the mall. That's what it's called, Alexander Ducote or something like that. But she gets a real charge out of that. It's done something fancy braid. One braid looks the same to me as the next. Evidently, this is something really special because I know at the dance, all the girls were talking about what Jesus said to the guest mom made for you. And he said, well, where did your hair done? Who did your braid? So evidently, it wasn't your ordinary braid. And hopefully it came out in the clip earlier. I'm not sure if it did or not, but it looked pretty nice. So anyhow, we left here about, we left about 6:30 at the end for it, so something that's on film. Of course, every time we go to get this darn film, we don't take enough pictures. It seems like we were out to dance, but she was still a little bit under the weather. Her stomach was a little bit upset, but she hung in there. We got there, we jitterbugged. I learned how to do the electric slide. At what's the other called? The achy breaky. We're trying to learn how to do the achy breaky. It's the Reed Cyrus song, but it's all had the nation going crazy. So we literally danced all night. She got a real kick out of it. She likes me to kind of jitterbug with her a little bit, spin her the Super Bowl feast with we had us up the Super Bowl, all kinds of dips and cookies, jiggly jello things, just in chips, dips, all you name it, they had their along with the soda and stuff like that for kids to drink. So had a lot of fun, huge turnout. I mean, I'm trying to think, just to estimate how many people would have been there, but I would say probably. I would say between the fathers and the daughters, maybe 200 people. It filled up the whole cafeteria of this grade school. It was a pretty good size. So they had a lot of people there. And one of them they're trying to teach us how to do some good dances. And believe me, I never felt so old. But it's somewhat real comical because you had one girl in particular had a beautiful dress on that came down kind of a bell shape at the bottom. The girl couldn't have been. She was like this. She was the smallest thing. When she's a little bit older, I think she was just small for her size. She probably, obviously, 9, 8. She looked a little older. Just real small. Her father was tall. I wasn't big. So it was a real fun trip. But they are making pretty good. I mean, she's really learned to kind of slide her feet. And we do pretty good. We do practice a couple of dips a couple of times. So we had a good time. So when that ended, it ended about, we really ran late. So we left there probably by 1:15 or something like that. I ran over here to Manassas to a place called Mario's for dinner. It's really kind of a neat place. It has like all kinds of menu plans. It's kind of like an in place to go. So I told her we were going to Mario's. She was all excited. So we came in there. We got to see first. They're probably all the Friday night dates. The crowd was there, I guess. They're all probably looking at me and he's this old geezer with a young chippy, So we stayed there for a while and sat down. And waitress came over. She was immediately, talking about how nice her braid was and how pretty her dress was. She just, velvet or whatever it is, it's green. I think you may have seen the picture before. But it's gorgeous. They did a great job with a big bow in the back. She really did a beautiful job. Of course, Erin's aren't tall for her age anyhow, but there's a lot of other little girls there that weren't so little either, or probably just as tall as she was. But I think some of them might have been a little older. But we sat down, and the waitress came over, and we started talking, and she's telling her, asking her about her hair and her dress and everything. We told her that we just been to a local Girl Scout father-daughter dance, and she was, oh my. She says, I think we're going to cry. It's so wonderful. And she was going on and on. So we really had a good time. Erin got a salad, got some barbecue and stuff. So we sat there and had a nice dinner. But she's getting at the age now where I like carrying on a conversation with a little kid in front of me. She carries on a good conversation and sit there and talk with her. She's a pretty sharp kid. Really, really nice girl. She's changed so much. She's grown up so quick. And the last year, you really see the change in her. She's really becoming kind of lady at this point. The features in her face actually are really changing. She's really becoming a pretty girl. Her hair is so thick. And you look at her hair, I'm sure you'll notice probably about 30 times before I get it back. But you can see how thick her hair is. She's a real thick head of hair. Got gay a couple weeks ago. I had to cut some off. It was almost done with the top of her butt. She had a tattoo left there. And it's almost not manageable. It's a real pretty brown. I mean, it's not the exact color of gays, really. So we really had a good time. We probably didn't get into about a quarter of 11. So we're kind of getting along. I was getting along because she was jealous that I was out. But we really had a good time. And it's really nice that once a year, at least you can get the two of you out and do something special like that. And we try to do it every once in a while. We call it father-daughter days, and mom and son days, and sometimes. What we do is I take her and go someplace, and Gail will take Jason and go. They'll go to a movie and a dinner or something like that. It kind of gives us an opportunity to be with the kids. And of course, I have something in common with Jason. He plays basketball, involved in that. He does his baseball in the summer. We're involved in that. And swimming, of course, in the summer also. Later summer. need to spend some more time with Jason because of the things that he does. And that I already just started saying. Because Aaron swims. We'll probably get ready to sign up. In fact, sign up at the one place was the Jason's baseball was yesterday. We believe it comes January 29th, yesterday, or 30th, whatever it was. They're signing up for baseball already just to start till April. So they have a pretty good program. It takes a long time to get the thing situated and organized. So let's see what else has happened. Jason, oh my gosh, we have the most unbelievable basketball team you'd ever want to see. He's really into this now, and I feel like that Pat Riley of the LA Lakers, but I guess he's coaching for the New York teams, the Knicks, like it is. But we have an unbelievable team. The funny thing about it was that the kids sign up and then they hold tryouts in the gym one Saturday. And that usually takes place in like late November or early December, usually late November. The first year, of course, I had no idea what I was doing. I just, after I drafted, and it turned out that I drafted the best player in the league, and we ended up winning the championship game. We were unbeaten going into the championship game, and then we were upset in the championship game. And last year, I just didn't do a good job recruiting. We just didn't have the talent that we needed to win. We were like 5-8. We were 0-5 one point. We won 5 in our last 8 ball games, and one of those was a playoff game because the team would beat us in the season. So that was kind of an all-out coaching up there because I really didn't have a lot of talent. I was determined that this year I wasn't going to make the same mistakes. So everybody was abusing me because I took this video camera to the tryouts. And then I really got into it. I started videotaping every kid and the number that they had in his back so I could equate that with their names and heights and that kind of stuff, and ages. And I came back here and I tore through that tape. I watched it over and over and over again. And I could see, get to see why pro teams like football teams, baseball, basketball teams watch a lot of film because you watch it over and over again. The things you missed, little nuances that you missed in the beginning. Some part of those tapes you see if you watch it all the time. I remember watching this tape several times, a lot of times. I came to pick out some things that really look good for these kids. Well, long and short of it went to the draft. You draft just like the NBA draft. We all go to one after another. You pick your players. So you automatically get your son in whatever round he would normally be drafted. They rate them. And so I got Jason in the 4th round, but I picked up, and Don will probably appreciate this, made it more than usual, but I picked up this one kid, real little kid. I mean, his legs about the other big around, but he can handle the ball unbelievably. And he's lightning quick. So anyhow, I picked him up in the 1st round, and then I got another kid who's built just like him in the 2nd round. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I don't have any height, I'm not going to get any rebounds. We have the quickest team in the world, but if I don't get any rebounds, I'm in trouble. So the 3rd round, I got this other kid, who nobody knew about, but because I had watched the films, I kept on watching. And I knew the kid was really good. Or at least he looked good. He did some things that kind of indicated that he had played some basketball. Well, I get this kid from Fair Blind. Turns out the kid's unbelievable. Best player in the team. All these other people passed him by. I don't know yet. I got Jason in the 4th round. And another kid who had just moved to the area from New York City. He lived in New York City, so that kid's tough. But anyhow, the long and short of this thing is that we have put together the most unbelievable team that we've seen. We won yesterday, I think, and now we're 5 wins and 2 losses. And we've only had one close ball game. Now it's in the 1st game. We were tied going into the 4th quarter. And we just blew away in the 4th quarter and lose by 9. But the games we've played since then, really haven't been that close. We really haven't been tested. But Carmen Nancy hasn't came back for Thanksgiving. Of course, he's a basketball coach in Hamilton Township up in New Jersey. So he came, sat down with him, and they've changed the rules somewhat so that we're allowed to press backcourt. That means apply a lot of pressure and guard them real close in the backcourt. As opposed to last year, we had to drop off on a half-court game. We apply unbelievable pressure. I mean, these kids have to dribble against us. These two little kids that I have they're so darn quick. They are right up in these kids' faces, and they're stealing the ball. I mean, we are averaging like 30 steals, more than 30 steals a game. You can imagine how many extra chances that gives us to score, and score at a time when the rest of the teams are holding on the court. They get a 2-1-1 or a 3-1 or something like that. So we have looked really good. So we're really optimistic this year. I really get into it. Jason, he's just bonkers. I mean, he has developed so well. I remember the first year when we struggled and didn't know too much about basketball. This year, knows that better scores more. And this year, he's averaging about 3-4 points a ball game. His rebounds are still pretty high. He averaged about 7 or 8 rebounds, but he's got a little bit. He averaged like 10 last year. But he's got some other kids on his team that can rebound. Last year, he didn't have anybody, so he got the rebound. Nobody did. This year, he's got some help on the boards and we're tough. I mean, these kids are hard-nosed. They get in there, and there's no denying them. Now we've got that point where we average so many steals that most of these kids are asking me how many steals they had as opposed to how many points they have, and they only have how many points they score. But yesterday, I worked with Jason to improve his game because he plays center. Make the boards. I think he put a spin move on some guy and took him to the inside, and then he missed the layup. I mean, the hardest part of the move was the spin move he made, but then he missed the layup. So, but he came back and scored a couple of buckets after that, and played it right off of sheer determination. I mean, the kid he does not back off. He can. On Wednesday night we had a game. He was in there against some big kid. He got not one but 2 bloody noses on him, blood pouring down his face, all over his arm, and to stop the game. That kid come out, wipes it off. First chance he gets, he's back in the ball game. And I think he just does not back off. Kind of looked at him, and now he's blocking shots. He's found that he can jump and get off the floor and block shots. And earlier in the film, if you watch it, you go back and replay this. Near the end of the clip that's in the basketball, you'll see him. When a kid starts to take a shot from the left side, he comes tearing down there with 2 hands. Absolutely rejects the ball, slams the ball into the ground. He didn't do that just once that game. I only got one film. He did it twice that game. And the crowd, the whole place just erupted. It was just a devastating block. It wasn't just one of those crazy kids. So they're the ones that really build your ego, like in your face type of blocks. So he's really had a lot of fun. And of course, I'm having a lot of fun, but we've got the point now where we're nicknaming him Enforcer. So the kids are now looking to him to play the great defense and move the board that he's capable of playing. So I'm beginning to see him, his athletic skills, his hand-eye coordination. I'm beginning to see him move. He's kind of so tall and stuff, but he is under his coordinate some of the smaller kids, a bit of control over their athletics. He's now beginning to become on. He's very agile. He's very quick. So I get excited just talking about it. You get so wrapped up. God will tell you, when you get a good team, you really get hung up on the stuff. You get really into it and start not sleeping at night. I remember at the championship game 2 years ago. I don't think I slept for a week just thinking about it, where we were and how we were going to win the ball. So we're excited about this year. See how it goes. Happy to want to know. Let's see. As for me, not much has changed. I'm on the road. Tomorrow I leave. First thing, I got a 6:45 flight out of Washington Dulles here for Houston, Texas. Went down here to see a company that we do business with that runs they're not amusement park, they're kind of these game parks. You got a skee ball, and video games, little kitchen pot there, miniature golf, batting cages, that kind of stuff. It's called Celebration Station. So when I see him, we're already doing business with him. We're trying to find a way to increase the business. Of course, part of my job is not only selling new business, but trying to find a way to get them to increase the volume that they purchase. Not just in cookies, but now in these muffins. Of course, we've had a new product called Sponges. We've got a small snack type banking type product that is already prepackaged. And they're hard and crunchy type, little kind. So I headed out to Phoenix first thing tomorrow morning. I'm out of here at 6:45. I'm going to arrive here like at 9:07 or 1:30 appointment. Get right back up. After that point, I get right back on the plane. I fly to Phoenix and for a dinner appointment at 8 o'clock, someplace up. I don't know. Must be a nice part of Pasco. The Ritz Carlton in the area where I'm going. That was one of the landmarks for me. He was giving me directions. So that should be neat. And unfortunately, in the middle of the winter, I'm only in Phoenix overnight. I leave the next day where I have to fly into Kansas City. And I'm on my way into the Ozarks, believe it or not. Lake of the Ozarks. Marriott has evidently a huge resort thing called Tantera. And I'm going there to to speak in front of the Walmart merchandising people. This is the training coordinators, the people who go out into the units and help train the people, make sure things are being done properly. Snack bars and Walmart stores. I just finished landing this Walmart thing. It is unbelievable. I guarantee you it'll keep the game from employed here for probably another year anyhow. This thing started out with a 20-store test. It went from a 20-store test to, I don't know, 20 stores, picked up another 100. By Christmas, we had 400 stores. And now I started scrapping it. But anyhow, up to 400 stores, and now I got a phone call last Monday morning. The guy says, look, he says, I want the remaining 1,000 Walmart stores set up by the end of February. So somehow we're going to work some miracles and some magic and find a way to get these Walmarts all set up by the end of February. That's going to be tricky. Because when I call the people in California and tell them I need 1,000 ovens, they couldn't believe it. And that would make matters worse. Then I got a phone call on Friday morning. I've been working on a Burger King deal in New York, New England, Western New York, North Jersey area. You can imagine the volume they could use in a heavily populated area like that. I got a definite commitment on. So we already have 20 stores. I got a definite commitment on another 260 stores. And part of that is New York City. The Boston market, I'm waiting to hear on, is 120 more in Boston, 30 more up in the Hampshire, Maine area. So, gosh, before you know it, I have another 400 or 500 stores up there. This has been one heck of a January. So we've got not only do I need 1,000 ovens for the original Walmarts now, I need another at least 250 or 260 right now, and we'll be more than comfortable to put stores up there in New York. So, business-wise, it's been pretty good. The company continues to grow. 5 years ago, the company was they finished that year with $12 million in sales. We just finished 1992 with $110 million in sales. So we're ready to come out with a bagel or test market. I think the thoughts are big on the West Coast. Getting ready to introduce that. In fact, a guy who I've worked with now, when I was setting up a lot of Marriott travel classes, you see it along the highways and the host airports. I work with a guy that had children. His thing is what we call branding. He coordinates a lot of the franchise development. Like for instance, a Marriott host airport, they put to see Taco Bell's and Burger King's and TCBY's and Mrs. Fields cookies. He's the guy who was putting together those deals with those big companies, of course. advertise it, but every time you turn on your TV, you see a commercial we're talking about or something like that. Of course, the public identifies those types of products as quality products. And what they have found is that it really increases the sales tremendously over our generic type of product because they really doesn't have any need. Of course, we're really getting to that point now where people know who we are as a small product. And so, in fact, I was about a month ago, I was down in Denver with my boss, John Gross, to talk about building some pieces of equipment with big over-spun-fire logos on there. So, we're looking at hiring this guy. He's become available. He's leaving the area. Looking for something different. I expect to either I'll interview him further. I already left him last week. Either I'll interview him with John in California or John will do it in another week. We just might bring him on board to see what he can do. He would report to me. Besides that, the other guy who works in my office, Brad Kirschman, they're going to send him to London for about 60 days to straighten that mess out over there. They've got some problems. The guy that they originally hired just didn't do the job. He's going to go there for about 60 days and train the new guy. Kind of get them on the straight and narrow. And then when he comes back, he's going to work with me in national accounts. What I'll probably do is kind of turn over a lot of the smaller ones to him to get his feet wet. And I'll handle the larger ones like Marriott's, the Subways, the Walmarts, and that kind of stuff. And then kind of get him started slowly. It would appear that we're kind of developing a national accounts department. Those two guys report to me, and of course, I guess something expands. I guess we'll probably bring some more people on either the outside because they have a certain talent that we're looking for, or maybe just hire someone to bring somebody up on the inside. So, I don't think anything else that's going on. My coffee's cold. Did your fish, of course. Not much doing that. So we got this picture. It's a picture of the garden that you walk through. It has I don't know how well you can see it, but it has like a park bench there. It has all the colors that are in the sofa, the deep burgundy, like the chairs. Daisy, that grape's ready to go. She's got, she at least has the fabric now, so step in the right direction. She has that up on a table up in the sunroom upstairs. She's going to probably try to make those this week. They're going to be gorgeous. Of course, they have the green in here, kind of like the sofa. I'm not sure if the film will pick it up there a while after. It's same color as green here. So that green, the teal green, that green will match the green that's in the carpets that I think I have earlier on this campaign. But kind of like it's starting to come together. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money to say the least to buy all this stuff. We've kind of gotten to the point now where we're missing a lot of the artwork. We don't have much wallpaper up and that kind of stuff. It's kind of plain at this point. But again, that takes money. Stupid wallpaper costs a fortune. So the house is beginning to shape up. And, we love it here. It's great. Our movers just came back in the back there, moved in. And we've got a new neighbor right at the back. They've been doing it for about a month. And then last week, the people right next door to the house got that. They finished that off. And they're from California. Met the dad there the other night. Met his wife. They're from California. Evidently, his company, kind of just like the Marriott situation, his company sold to a local company here in the district. So he probably he wanted to work, he had to move to Washington. So she has two twins, I think little kids, they're 3 years old. I think she was a boy and a girl, or twins. They're 3, and a baby, like 2. They were out there walking around the yard before she had them all planted out there. So I'm used to these kind of temperatures. It was cold that night. It was probably low 30s or high 20s that here night. So she had them out walking around. They had a temper. But culture shock from in fact, they're from LA, so Orange County, nice place in LA. Here in this cold weather, they're sure not used to it there. Not this way. So, that's about it. I just thought I would use up some of the film and talk a little bit about what's going on. What you got to do again is get on the next time you guys are all together, or even Cheryl down at our house, you're together. Sit down, turn the video on. And, it's a lot easier to have five or six people talking, and just one like I am. So maybe I should try that for a good morning America. Maybe Charlie Gibson would be intimidated by my easygoing style. What can I say? So, well, I'm going to cut this off for now. I got some letters I got to take upstairs on the computer. That's working out pretty good. In fact, I talked my boss into buying me a laptop, so then I'm sitting there in the airport waiting for a flight that's been delayed, or I'm sitting on an airplane flying between two cities, I can take out the letters that I need done. These things are so amazing. Just to give you an idea, you can type in your letter, and you take your little laptop computer and plug it into a telephone. There's a certain little fax machine on this thing. You push a button, and what's on the screen on your laptop computer appears in the fax machine in California somehow. And it can be faxed back. They can fax in a piece of paper in California into my machine that's tied to the telephone. And what they faxed in the machine in California appears on my screen. It's wild. I mean, the technology today is just unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to getting that out. So we're getting that with their program. They're my program. So I should be getting that sometime this week. Looking forward to getting that because a lot of ways downtime. You're sitting around waiting for a plane, especially when they cancel them, as they do very often. So, okay, guys. Well, hope everybody's well back there. We're trying to stay away from the flu bugs and things out here. But if everybody's well, we miss you all. We love you all. And, first chance you get to come down, hey, we got plenty of space now, so draw. Talk to you later. Coffee's cold. I go down.